All right, we're good.
Oh, are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, I
Sorry.
thought you were gonna count us off or
Oh,
something.
I'm so
No, that's
sorry.
okay.
I can go back and I can count us off.
That's
Hello,
okay. No,
everybody.
we're not going back.
Hello, everybody. I'm brand new tech.
No, we are here. We are here and we are staying. Oh my gosh, we look gorgeous. Thank you. Hello. Thank you for your patience. This is Ink of Fate, a still very new show, D&D actual play, with a Viking-themed adventure. I am your dungeon master, KJ Potiff. These are our wonderful players. Let's say hi to our players. Let's start with Liz. Do you introduce yourself, who you are, and who you're playing?
Yes. Hi, I am Elizabeth or Liz. I use she, her. I'm playing Ada, the human seeming wizard.
Human seeming. Love it.
Human seeming.
Yep. Nick.
Hey, I'm Nick or Nicole, whichever you prefer. I go by She Day, and I am playing Cull, the fighter Grim.
Beautiful. Thank you. Joanna.
Hello. I am new tech support. Hello. This is my name is Joanna. I I go by she her, and I am playing Odrun, a barbarian who elvish looking. We'll put it that way.
Love things that look like something for sure.
They definitely look like
Uh,
something.
yep. Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay, she, her. I am playing a squirrel beastborn warlock. They look like a squirrel. They are absolutely a squirrel in every way, but never underestimate her.
Love it. And Devil.
New or old?
New, you got your name
That's a really
up.
good question.
Your name is up,
Um,
so
well, you can at least introduce yourself.
that too.
I'm Devil or Sky, either way, doesn't matter.
Yeah. So yeah, we got a little bit to catch up on this week. Last week, I want to apologize for all the technical issues. We are still learning. This is the first time we've done a stream. We had to end very abruptly, extremely early, and we were playing for literally 20 more minutes before we even realized that the stream had cut out. So there is some gameplay that was missed, but we're gonna get everybody caught up. Um, also, Devil is going to be switching to a new character, so we're just retiring the old character and introducing a brand new one. So you all get to see that right here at the beginning of the session. Um, but before we get into a recap of what happened last time and what happened offline, let's establish a little bit about this setting and the story that we are in. This campaign is called Ink of Fate. It is based on the Arcanum Worlds adventure, Raiders of the Serpent Sea. It is set in the primal Viking world of Grimnir, where there's all sorts of mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, low technology, plenty of monsters, plenty of stuff that could definitely maul you in an instant. Um, Rating and glory is very important in the culture. Everybody has a lot of clan politics, clans that they're all affiliated with or are on good or bad terms with. So we'll see a lot of that play out. I'm not sure there's anything else that we've really established that much so far, other than there is a very, very long winter that is still continuing. Grimnir is entering its third year of nonstop winter, and people are definitely starting to get worried. And some people are even saying it might be a sign of Ragnarok, but who knows? So, with that, let's recap what happened last time. So, for our first session, we joined a group of adventurers who were hired by Hrolf of the Hullharn clan, a the raider of 100 raids or 1,000 raids, depending on what day you ask him. Um, Scraggly, ginger hair, ginger beard, missing an eye. Um, you know, plenty of battle scars. He recruited this party along with many other folks on 3 ships to investigate a tower. The Volve, the seers in Raider Society, the soothsayers, rune throwers, they have been dreaming of this tower. They don't know why, and they needed somebody to investigate. So these players have all been hired as part of that expedition to investigate what is up with this tower. Before reaching the tower, there was a massive storm that wiped out one of the 3 ships in the fleet, and causing great damage and even causing them to lose their flag, which is protection from other raiding parties, showing that they're under the protection of the Volve. They did eventually reach this tower, even with their reduced numbers. Very ancient looking, very ornate tower. And upon entering the tower, they found a young girl, probably around 18 or so, named Siobhan. Now, this is about where the stream cut off, so this is kind of like new information of what we played afterwards. Um, oh no, it caught up to like partway through the rat fight, I think. So they found Siobhan. Now Siobhan is a disabled character. She needs her wheelchair usually to get around. But it was lost upon her arrival to this tower. She doesn't fully understand how she arrived here. There was some kind of weird otherworldly magic involved, where she was taken from her family's farm that she inherited from her parents. So now she's at this tower without her mobility aids. She's able to walk a little bit, with especially with Ada lending her staff to her for a little bit. But she'll definitely need a better long-term solution. So that is a problem that the party will have to solve. The party then had to deal with some rats. Oh, did we disappear? Are we invisible on the stream? It looks like our faces disappeared.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, oh no.
What happened? Hang on. Are we back? Yeah, we're back.
Okay, cool.
My
Weird.
apologies. I cannot minimize. Good to know.
Yeah, that's...
No,
It
you
does-
can't minimize.
You're
I'm learning this all as I go.
Aren't we all?
Doing great.
we want to show so much appreciation for Joanna for taking on the tech part of this, because I really struggled last week with juggling the streaming and the dungeon mastering and the sound effects and everything. So, massive love to Joanna for taking that on. Snaps and claps. So the rats.
So the rats.
So the rats. The party managed to dispatch of the rats, though not before Hap, the squirrel-born, seems to have created a lifelong vendetta against all rats. Certainly does not like rodents, including Ada the Wizard's familiar, the Story the Weasel. But they got rid of the rats that did turn out to be a little bit unusual. They were not furry little mammalian creatures. They seem to have been cobbled together or magically constructed from scraps of fabric, twigs, twine, wicker. Though what that means or who constructed them is yet unknown. Other than that, some looting happened. Yeah, vendetta against the rats. I think that covers it.
I mean, off stream we
so-
also covered religion of squirrels, but
Yes. Deep squirrel lore.
Yeah, got really deep into the squirrel lore. I think we're good. I think we covered all the essentials. So we have a young person who was magically transported to this tower that, who knows why she's here? Is she important? Maybe you should at least get her out of the creepy old building. And you have more of the tower to investigate. So, I'm gonna switch the vibe as we get back into the setting. Let's see. What's some good exploring? Let's just explore, huh? Yeah, just kind of chill.
Ooh, sounds very mysterious.
Yeah. All right. So, let's go to the map screen so everybody can see where we are at. So right now you all are in the basement level of this tower. You're in that central chamber that had all of the scrolls in it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, you're on the. You need to go to the part of the map screen where everybody else is. I think the dynamic lighting should be working properly now.
I've just got a black screen.
Zoom out,
Let's see.
and
Yeah, for
it
your
should.
character, you should
Oh,
be able to
whoa.
see at least like a
Yeah,
part of the
I can
screen.
see a little bit.
There we go. There she is. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not with the party
Oh,
though.
good grief.
Um,
Okay, hang
You were
on.
There we go.
protecting Siobhan last time.
Old Blaze.
You are being
Yeah.
a
So
very
let's
good
establish
person.
let's establish what was going on there. Crystal was just protecting Siobhan during the whole rat attack. So, what's going on at this point is Crystal, as a expert at healing, volunteered to climb back up out of the hole y'all came down through, to get some food for Siobhan, some supplies, maybe see about getting some mobility aids. Just going back to the ship to provide some backup and reinforcements. So we could let me take Crystal off the map. Just a little bloop. So it's at this point that I'm gonna do this like very bluntly because like I'm not super concerned about like I don't want to have like a big long time where there's like no chance for everybody to play. So let's get you back on the board. So Hrolf kind of shouts down through the hole, and he's like, "Oi, you mind if I send someone else down there to help you out? I don't want you down a team member, and gotta make sure the teams are full and stick together as a team. You'll never guess who showed up here though. Can I send her down?"
Closest. Me, you know what? I'm just gonna scamper over and be like, sure. Let's see. I'm very curious. I gotta know. I gotta know what's happening.
Yeah. Hrolf says, "Northra, come on, climb down this rope, join this group here. Northra was on the third ship that we lost. She managed to survive. She just swam up here. Unbelievable. I can't believe that she made it. She's been working real hard, but, we're just maybe keep an eye on her, though. Make sure that she's okay." What do we see as Northra climbs down the rope to join the rest of the party?
Northra is a red tiefling, so very much stands out with that. She has a hood that has patches in it that she's repaired over the years from living in the wild. Her hair sticking out from the hood goes from black to white at the tip. And here in the dark, there is a slight glow to her eyes.
What color?
Blue.
Beautiful. I'm trying to get your token to the rest of the party. Give me a sec. Do.
Well, if Haps sees you, Haps gonna look
Oh
you
no, that's the
over.
art. That's why it keeps doing weird stuff. Sorry. I need to drag your actual character out there.
How
Sorry,
tall are
continue.
you? How tall is Northra?
Uh,
This is very important for my character, okay?
It's true.
5'7".
That's an acceptable height. It's not too tall.
No, I don't play tall characters because I don't know what it's like being tall. I'm short.
Okay. This is acceptable. I'm just gonna look up at you, but thankfully you don't hurt my neck as much. And just be like, well then, come on over here, and be careful of the rats. Those little stupid buggers are around here somewhere. Just smash them if you see them.
Aren't they all
Rats.
dead?
Great.
I will will say, you do notice about Northra as she comes in. She looks like like her hair looks like it should be pinned straight, um, but her long black hair with white tips seems like it got wet and just dried that way. Her clothes seem very waterlogged, and she just has a weariness about her. She looks like she's not at her best. She looks like she's been well through a storm and a ship sinking and swimming to shore.
Are you okay to be joining us? Are you sure you don't want to find a fire?
No, I should be fine. And you'll notice as she goes to move her hair, she seems to have something in her hand.
What does it
So
look like?
it looks like cloth.
I'm not gonna push it right now. I'm just gonna watch you. Very, non-threateningly.
Did you say it looks like cloth?
Yeah, it's a cloth, a black cloth.
Oh, black cloth. Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if it was purple.
Does
I think
Northra
it is
have
purple,
Oh,
actually.
is it
Is
purple?
it purple?
Is it purple?
Okay, yeah, I guess it's purple.
Is the cloth purple? Oh my god. Okay, I'm now more invested. What is that?
What is what? What? She looks
That.
at her hands like,
I just.
oh, hey, I'm holding something. I'm
What?
sorry, I
What is
probably
that?
just had a death grip on it after I went under the water.
I don't
Do you mind?
think.
Do you mind if
it's a
I look
flag?
at that?
I'll hand it over.
Alright, I'm opening it up immediately. What is it? Is it what I hope it is?
It is an extremely wet, dripping, little bit scuffed up, torn in a couple places, very worn. But it is a flag, very like the one that you all lost, either the same one or from the ship that sank. As Trolf told you, that does indicate that your ship is under the protection of the Volve. You're flying Volve colors. Um, and yeah, so Northra was carrying this.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna be like so excited. This stupid cloth I couldn't catch.
is
Stupid flag I couldn't catch.
is
I just
Northra
had a
gonna be your
fucking
new
death
favorite
grip on
person?
it from when I went under the water.
I'm just gonna. So I grab you by the hand and just be like, "You lucky son of a bitch."
Wait,
Thank
what?
you.
Spawn of a witch.
Spawn of a witch.
Okay, apparently everybody
I don't
likes
know if
me
that's
here. Cool.
yes.
Um,
Makes it easier.
do we see
I'm
any
glad.
like clan symbology or like any colors associated with a specific clan on Northra?
You do not. Good question. So yeah, it's at this point that Siobhan comes in and looks. She's kind of hobbling a little bit on Ada's staff. Looks over at Northra and is like, "Well, you look like a mess. Where are we going next?"
Oh right, that door on the other side that I wanted to peek through.
Where the rats were trying to go?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that one.
Let's see. Are
Siobhan.
you talking about the one on the top right or top left from where you are?
Over
Like the one
here.
right next to you? Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think you should be able to move through it.
But I want to peek through first.
Okay.
Cause
Fair.
that's the
Cause
cliffhanger we were left at. Was me have to look through that door.
zombie
I
rats,
don't know
that's
how much
why.
I don't know how much of a cliffhanger it is. You do not see any creatures in there. There's nothing moving. Other than what seems to be an underground river that's managed to force its way through here. Seems to have broken through the north wall and separated this room into sections. Looks like a workshop, study. There's workbenches and tables around the edges of the room. On the other side of this river from you, there appears to be a raised platform, a little bit covered with clutter from and some rubble from the collapsed portion of the tower. There is a chest on the platform.
Like intact and just sitting there very innocently kind of chest. That's not suspicious as hell. Hey guys, I found something.
What is it?
I don't know. I'm just glaring at it at the moment.
Is it another rat? Is that why you're all glary?
No, I would have killed the rat by now, obviously. They can't stand
Like
up
you
to
killed the
me.
last ones?
Anyway, it is a chest I found in here. Who
Ah?
wants to touch it?
Could we wait long enough for me to see if it's magical without using all of my spell energy?
Well, I don't,
I'm fine with
It
that.
takes like
I'll
10
search the rest
minutes.
of the
I
room.
don't see an immediate threat, so I don't really see why not. I think we
I
could
will
possibly wait.
ritually cast detect magic again because I think we said it
Mhm.
dropped. I'll just come over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it has been long enough. Okay, so you cast Detect Magic. The chest itself does not does not give any pings. There's no magic coming from the chest. You do get a ping elsewhere in the room, and it was kind of hard to notice this because some of the room is like shadowed. The little globes of light that are magically illuminating the space, they don't light up every corner. But on one of the workbenches on the left side, sticking almost straight out of one of the tables, there's what looks to be like a model, very realistic model of a hand and forearm just sticking straight up out of one of the tables. Um, that
What?
one that is radiating. Let me double check what kind of magic. Um, abjuration magic, so protective.
Does it look like a human arm, or is it more constructed?
Um, let's have one person do an investigation check.
I can. I've still got hang on. I've still got that up for like an hour, I think. So, and I think it's only been like
Ooh.
maybe 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, investigation. That plus 12, so 17. Or plus 12, plus 5. 12 plus 5
Okay.
equals 17.
17. Yeah, so you do notice that the hand is uh, mostly like clay, some kind of sculpted clay. Um, it's modeled to look humanoid, with human-looking fingernails, or elfin, depending on which you think came first. If you ask an elf, they'll say it looks like an elvish hand. If you ask a human, they'll say it looks like a human hand.
Oh, okay, good to
Um,
know.
yeah. Just one of those cultural things. Um,
Fair.
as you're getting a closer look at this arm, you do see a pebble-sized hole in the desk surface, just like a little indent, like kind of beneath stacks of ruined paper. Um, but you also notice that the hand looks like it can potentially move. Like it seems like it's more flexible than it should be.
Wish to detect magic and just like my knowledge, but I think that the abjuration is like something we could use or something that would hurt us.
Um, the energy seems to be coming from, um, uh, not the hand itself, but like the space near that indent and a little bit of the desk around it.
And it's just a
Other than that, I
pebble-sized
don't think the spell would
indent.
give me anything more specific. Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'm gonna help the kid into the room, probably, knowing they can't walk from what I've seen. Yeah, I'll help them in.
Awesome. Yeah, you get her situated on one of the workbenches. She just kind of like perches herself up and is just kind of looking around at everything. Um, and she's like, I want to arm wrestle that hand.
Now this is my kind of person.
A lovely
I
thought.
dare ya.
Please don't touch it yet.
We can arm
No
wrestle each
fun.
other while these ones are doing their stuff. Let's go.
Can we be looking for something that looks like it would fit in that like pebble-sized hole?
Well,
Sure.
I
Make an investigation check.
Can Story help me?
Yes.
Can I have an arm wrestle with the kid?
Sure. Make an athletics check. Let's see. Is that? Let me see how Siobhan does on. Okay, she got 6, so you're 9 beats. It's a very flimsy arm wrestling contest. Okay, Ada, was that advantage or just straight on the investigation check?
It was straight because I should have disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah. So with the 13, you don't find anything that anything that looks like it would fit in that indent. Though it does look like the hand won't like hurt anything if you touch it.
I'm gonna go over to Cull and be like, hey, can I borrow your sword to open that chest? I just need something long.
Yeah, sure. He's just gonna like unsheath his scimitar and hand it to Hap.
Awesome. I want to take the pokey end of the sword and try to flip open the chest if it's unlocked.
It is locked. And you do manage to hop over the river. Because you don't even need to check for it because like it is 5 feet wide, but like I think all of you can clear that. So for you it's very easy. You just kind of like pounce your way over it.
So easy.
Yeah. So the chest, you do as you get closer, you do realize that it is locked. I do need you to make an investigation check.
Okay. It's a 16 or a 17, depending if Cole followed me.
I'll follow.
Okay.
17.
Stay here while I investigate this.
Cull is right behind. No questions asked.
Mrs. Hap's emotional support grim.
Yeah.
There does seem to be a small trap embedded in the lock for this.
But not
I
a
don't suppose
magical
any of you
trap.
I don't suppose any of you have thieves' tools.
I got an axe and determination. Does that count?
The trap is in the lock, so we'd open the chest.
It does, yeah. With that roll, it does look like if you avoid interacting with the lock itself, you should be able to bypass that.
Okay.
Hey, I was right.
If
Don't mind that I have a dog standing in for
strings
me.
anywhere. Like, what kind of trap is this? Is there like a string somewhere? Is something? Oh, you know what? What if I just hack it open from the back?
You want to do that?
I'm debating because I do have an axe. Should I like
Here,
attack
I got an axe.
in the back? Should I just hit the lock off with an axe. I'm not good. I don't have strength. That's my only
I'm sorry,
problem.
I'm making bad jokes.
How pretty is the chest? Is the chest pretty? And yes, it matters.
It's like a 6 out of 10 on the
It's like a
pretty
6 out of
chest
10?
scale.
Okay.
Oh.
Then Odrun is gonna hop over, and as Hap debates whether or not she's gonna smack the back of it, Odrun's just gonna go ahead and attack the back of it. If it's not that pretty,
Beautiful.
it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we're beating up chests now.
Yes.
Only just to find out what's inside of it.
Sounds fun.
Indeed, you can come join if you wish.
This is how investigation works. Oh.
Oh, I don't even have to hit it.
Oh,
Wow,
I was fully
Don't
expecting to
even
have to
attack
roll.
damage. No, like we're not in initiative, but
If chest wasn't smashed. Oops.
there are 3 shattered.
Oh,
potions
crap.
of healing in there, but there's plenty of silver, a ruby, some rope.
A dead rat, as it should be.
Yep. If you need a small green velvet bag, you got that.
I'll take it.
But that's all you find in the chest.
Ooh, a ruby. Reminds me of me. Can I have the ruby, please?
You'll have to ask the quartermaster about that.
I was gonna say,
All right. So yeah, the hand in the table is still there.
I'm
Someone
going back to
took it.
entertaining the girl.
Yeah. Ada is fascinated by this whole situation. Could I use my mage hand to like lift up the other hand, and then I'm imagining this like pebble type thing is almost like a thumbprint, and like put the thumb of the hand into the divot. I don't know if it'll do anything.
Okay, so you're having your mage hand just like touch the indent like a thumbprint.
Well, I'm using my mage hand to make the other hand touch it like a thumbprint. I just don't want to touch it in case it hurts me.
Okay.
Because I'm squishy.
Yeah. So as soon as your mage hand like goes to touch the sculpted hand, the hand does grab it. And your mage hand tries to like wiggle its way free.
Cool. I'll just drop it and then reconstitute the mage hand and try the thumbprint thing with the mage hand.
Okay. It doesn't do anything.
Cool.
Though you do notice that something might be able to come out of the desk. So you realize this looks more like a place where something can be dispensed, not where something is like a key in a lock.
Does the desk open anywhere?
You don't see any kind of drawers or traditional locks or anything like that. There's just the arm.
Beaten in an arm wrestle.
I'm certainly not the one.
Can I look around this side of the room to see if anything else pops up? Like a piece to this puzzle?
Sure. Go ahead and make. Let's say it can either be perception or investigation.
Alright. 11.
11. No, other than Northra like saying, just arm wrestle it, it does look like it's in a position where you could arm wrestle it.
I want to arm wrestle it.
I will just look at Odrun.
I have no better ideas.
Yes.
Carl, here is your sword. Thank you.
Are you expecting me?
Arm wrestle it. I have 0 strength.
Are you expecting me to arm wrestle it?
Cull just takes
I
his
didn't-
sword back, and then he sheathes it, and he's like, "I'll arm wrestle it."
Of
Cool.
course, you can do anything.
All right.
You
So
better
as
win.
you grasp it, it does grasp your hand in return. And if you try to pull away, it grips it very hard. I need you to make an athletics check.
Can I help by grabbing the hand and trying to pull it down?
Sure. There's no
Okay.
referee here.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna help by trying to cheat the system.
Okay.
Beautiful. Go ahead
So
and roll
roll
one more
advantage. Okay.
Same thing.
Had the same roll 3 in a row.
That's crazy.
No, this is not how bondage works.
You're a little bit stuck. This might take a bit longer, and it looks like you're stuck until you succeed. So let's see how long it takes you to get the DC.
Can
Hey,
I?
how about everyone just push?
I was gonna say, can I go and push the hand at the same time?
It can't be all of us.
Yeah, let's make this next one both Cull and Odrune doing an athletics check, and we can have you working in tandem.
Okay. All right.
Admittedly, my contribution is.
Oh, cheesy crackers! What? The...
I was gonna say limited, but like.
Oh no!
You know what?
I'm a barbarian.
Can you what?
Can I add on to this since I'm like trying to pull my desperate little squirrel arms?
I'm flabbergasted.
Are you sure it's not a strength check?
That is a strength check. Athletics does use your.
Oh, does
strength.
it? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Is Odrune maybe getting very angry about this?
I'm gonna help with making.
Actually,
Come on.
at the moment, Odrune is probably having my same reaction and just starting to giggle. Like, what is this? Why can't I beat this?
I have
I guess
negative
Cull-
strength, but I really want to see what happens. If I roll.
Alright.
I also have
Um,
negative strength.
Alright, Cull and Odrune, roll one more time. This is going to be like sort of your bone-breaking last-ditch attempt. So you will get out of this one way or another. It's just a matter of
How?
Are you going to like break the model hand? Are you going to get injured? So if you fail by more than a certain amount, there could be some minor consequences to this.
All right.
So I do need you both to make the athletics check.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh,
What's wrong with you?
What is this? I mean, yes, I'm level 1, but oh my god.
What else am I good
Okay.
for?
Apparently, neither of us are good for anything.
Remember how many crits we had last time?
what is?
There were nat 20s last time.
I know, right? Okay. Stop it.
Alright. So that's high enough that neither of you take damage. But you do snap off a couple of its fingers. And it looks like you won't be able to get anything out of it.
He's just holding the fingers in his hand. He's like, sorry.
Nutrient's just sitting there
Now
like,
it's
what?
a human hand. Now it's looking more like it's a fucking work arm.
Screw it. I grab a finger, I put it on a divot. Just to see what happens.
It does nothing.
Oh, that's stupid. And what if I put my finger on a divot?
Nope.
That pause was too long. Damn. Is it
rather
still moving?
anticlimactic.
Or is it like dead now that it's broken off some fingers?
It is not moving at all. It becomes completely inert. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Hey, how about you send your mage hand down in that hole? See if that works.
I tried, it didn't really work.
well, I have an
We actually
axe.
tried to see if you can get something out of it.
What's your problem?
I thought it did.
What's your problem?
Seems like almost the hand is like a leather.
Siobhan looks over and she's like, well, that sucks. where to next? Is there anything else in here?
Well, I
Cole's a
think
little frustrated, so I think he's just gonna walk out of the room and just go find the next door.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Beautiful. Yeah, the only other place on this floor they haven't really explored is, I don't know if you could see my ping.
actually, yes, we can.
Yeah.
Even on the
Back to
stream.
Yay.
Away we go. I am
Whoops.
helping the kid walk too. That's their nickname from now on. I'm just calling him the kid.
I'll
The kid.
probably stick behind and see if they need any help.
As
Siobhan.
as we see the stairs, Ada's going to kind of quietly go over to Siobhan and say, um, totally up to you, but if you don't want to do the stairs, I can set a spell around you so that if you need anything, I'll hear a ping. Like if anyone enters the circle, I would hear it, or if you left the circle, that would be like a signal for us to come find you. Or you can come with us, but I wanted to give you the option.
So yeah, let me actually establish something about the staircase because it's not as simple. Um, it's a little bit more complicated. It does look like there should be just staircase right at your feet, right in front of you. You do see 20 feet above you the beginnings of a stone staircase. Almost like somebody just forgot to extend the spiral all the way down here. There is a lever on the north wall that you can investigate, that one person can investigate.
I can go and investigate it. I
Is
think
it
I.
magical?
Do. It is not magical.
Let's check it out and see what happens, shall we?
And if you want, one person can do the help actions. You can do it at advantage.
Yeah,
I probably need somebody.
Yeah.
We're all
Sorry, I went so fast.
we're helping you.
Okay, somebody's helping me, so we're gonna do that again. Better. So that's still plus the +5, so 18.
Okay, beautiful. All right. So, first thing you notice, annoyingly enough, is 3 little pebble-sized holes in the wall that look like something small and round could be inserted into them instead of deposited and received. The other thing you notice is that there's a trap here, like a one-time trap. Looks like something is gonna come out of the floor right at whoever's pulling the lever.
Is there anything to grab onto so that I can pull the lever but not touch the floor? Like a
Not
grips that I could like hold onto the wall or
Could I put my arm
the
out
walls are
and
pretty
let
smooth.
Hap run down my arm if she wanted to?
Or
I'm gonna say that wouldn't quite work in this situation just because like it is it's like that whole area. I don't think your arm's
Okay.
quite long enough for that.
Not in this form.
Is the mage hand strong enough to pull the lever?
It's a pretty small lever.
That's
probably the best way to do it, to be honest.
yeah.
I was gonna Spider-Man it, but sure, mage hand.
Yeah, because I can be back 30 feet.
Are you gonna have a rival with mage hands 2 now, or?
No. I'm just
wanted
really good at climbing, and this place isn't built for me, and that's sad. This is why trees are better than stone buildings.
If you're good at climbing,
Okay.
get to the top of the stairs.
So
I could.
do you have
Could
the
Hap do
mage
that?
hand pull the lever? Okay.
Yes.
So from the floor, holes open up, and a whole bunch of spears just slam straight up through the floor. It looks like it would have been really bad. But then they just stay there, and they don't move. They don't retreat back into the floor. They just stay deployed.
How tall are they?
You are able to navigate between them. They're They reach up about 4 feet.
So
free
if
spears. Can we take it?
Well, you
Break
could
them
climb
off.
them.
Free
see, I
spears.
was gonna say if we take one of the desks from the other room and we put it up on top, we could always. It adds like 4 feet to our height.
Oh yeah, and also a couple seconds later, you do hear just a, and the stairs do lower.
Oh.
To be reachable.
Never mind
So,
then.
sorry, that's kind of the important part, isn't it?
Oh my
I
god.
want to take a spear.
Go for
Okay,
it.
so I have to open any chest from a distance again.
Make an athletics check.
Can it be acrobatics?
Not for wrenching a spear from a mechanism.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know if I was dodging something, but I can.
No, you're good. Always.
Okay.
Good to
10.
ask. Nope.
Oh well.
You get a splinter.
Carl's gonna go ahead and venture up the stairs. I think he's just like, I just want to get out of here. I don't want to think about the hand anymore.
Yep. Okay. Let me get you back to the main floor.
Did we ever hear what Siobhan decided to do? Is she gonna stay behind, or does she need an arm for getting up the stairs?
Yeah, we're going to the main floor.
Yeah. She does take the assistance. She's leaning very heavily on the staff, and kind of uses leverage with, I believe Northra has been staying pretty close to her.
Yeah,
using
I'm
Northra
pretty
for
much
leverage
an arm
to,
here for her to hold.
Yeah, she does seem very winded by the time you get up to the main level.
I've been ready to say to her, just real quick
move you
that,
to where you're actually
wow, you
at
look
now.
like shit.
Can you all move, just for simplicity, move your tokens to where I'm pinging?
Ooh, what are you pinging?
It should be a little ways up and to the left.
Ooh.
Ah, there you are.
Can't
Sorry.
get up there.
Excuse me if
You
I made.
can't go through walls.
I can't get through walls.
You
Go
have
to
to
the
go around.
left and around.
You have to make like a C shape, or like that, I guess. That works too.
And oh, I don't have Siobhan with you. Siobhan is with you. I'm just like dragging her token all over the place. Okay,
Yeah,
so Siobhan does make it up with you.
she looks like shit now, so I'm making fun of her now.
Yeah, so in this stairwell, there's like a green carpet that covers part of the stone floor. There's a hallway curving, yeah, the one directly south of you. The orbs of light here are a little bit brighter than the ones in the basement. And there seems to be a larger, brighter light flickering from that room south of you on the left.
All right. Well, I'll keep on going ahead if Siobhan seems like she's got someone. So I'd probably go
Yeah,
ahead.
I could just, I could use a little break after that.
Yeah, you
let me
definitely
just
look like shit.
take a seat for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
You take your time.
thanks. Yeah,
Ah.
don't mind me. This is just every day of my life.
I'm gonna stay by them as they sit down.
Okay. So in this room, let me switch up the music a little bit. This song's been playing for like a long time now, and I just stopped noticing things.
Become elevator music.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it. I'm so tempted. I'm always tempted to play the elevator music.
What about Jeopardy music?
Ooh.
That's copyrighted.
It is true. We can't do the copyright.
Damn.
Just in case we suddenly like
copyright version that sounds very similar.
you just invert it. Do 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 do.
Did I do?
Why do I feel like I'd be
I've done that
creepy after
one.
it's inverted?
That's usually what happens.
Usually.
All right. So, in this room, there's lots of dust that's covering what looks like it was once a very fine black and green velvet carpet. In the very middle of the room, there's a large circular table with no chairs by it. In the middle of the table, there's this glass dome that looks like it's completely filled with clouds. There's a hallway that leads east from there. You do distantly hear Frolf and the other raiders. It seems to be like where you came in. You can hear him shouting at them, like, "All right, let's get this rubble cleared out of here." Except it comes out more like, "Okay, let's get this rubble cleared out of here." But yeah, they're just on the other side of the wall from you.
I'd walk over to the table where there's the little dome. I'm awfully curious about that.
On the table itself, yeah. Sorry, I thought somebody said something.
Oh no, I just said I would too.
Yeah. So in the table, you do see some carvings in the surface. It's not a perfectly flat table. There's two hand-shaped indentations, both in the shape of a right hand.
Am I getting any magic from it?
You are getting divination.
That figures. It definitely looks a bit like something done for scrying.
Yeah. Adrian, do you want to try this with me?
Sure, let's give it a shot.
Like, each put a right hand down.
So the clouds within the globe clear, and you see a landscape that doesn't look like any map you've ever seen of Grimnir. There's mountains, rivers, seas, forests, but it doesn't match anything you've seen on a map of this world. And in a blink of an eye, there's a blazing inferno that completely overwhelms everything, completely soundlessly. This is all just completely visual, encased in the glass. All the forests that you see wither into ash, the seas and rivers just boil away into steam and smoke, and the mountains grumble and shift. And all you can see are tiny patches of this world that remain, that almost seem to fly away from the dead spots, trying to move away from the areas of the most destruction. And then clouds cover the inside of the orb again.
Wait, so the parts of the world that weren't burnt flew away from it?
Not so much flew away. It's more like some of the mountains, they became like smaller and more compressed, almost like they're just trying to avoid specific areas of the map.
How does that fit with our understanding of the Lost Land?
Good question. Roll a history check.
Can Odrun help me?
Absolutely, I would love to help you. I have a lot of knowledge of random things. You go right ahead.
Not quite advantage, but not disadvantage.
16.
16's respectable.
Yeah, so what you have heard about the Lost Lands, you know that that's where the gods are from, the Stone Court, and the people that they led in an exodus known as the Vanir. You do know that land was destroyed, and all the stories do talk about flames. So it's very possible that this depicts that story.
Do I recognize the carvings on the table at all? Because I have an old language ability.
You do have an understanding of a language. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here that has any actual writing. You don't see anything written anywhere.
Okay.
So
the indentations where the hands go.
She said there were carvings on it. What are the carvings of then, if it's not a language?
Oh, just the carved indentations. Sorry, where the hands go. That's
the hands. Does
Sorry
it?
that wasn't clear.
Ada, do you want to try that again? See if it shows us the same thing or if it shows us something different.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Should we try it and like think of a question, like put an intention toward it?
Well, why don't we could always see if we could think of if maybe this was the Lost Lands?
Okay.
Ask for a hint on that or maybe something?
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
You both place your hands on the table, same as before. You feel a tiny little pinch. The clouds part. You don't see the same landscape as before. You see the shape of Grimnir. Some of the mountains that you've heard of, Turnfjall, Fallinger, some of the western lands, all the various fjords leading from the Serpent Sea. Definitely some familiar landscapes.
Do we see anything happening to them? Is anything, or is it just Grimnir? Just a picture?
Are you thinking about anything in particular?
We were kind of thinking about the Lost Lands and asking if that was the Lost Lands that we saw.
Okay. You see, it's almost like it magnifies, like it's zooming in. The ground gets closer to you, and it broadens within your view. You see at the top of what looks to be one of the tallest mountains on the whole map, a very, very tall peak on a snow-capped mountain, and a small clearing with a lake where 8 statues all stand in a circle. And once you see those figures, the clouds obscure it once more.
Well, that's not much of an answer, is it?
But I think there's more there than meets the eye.
Oh, yeah, that's the stone court. They're from the Lost Lands.
They're from the Lost Lands. We watched the destruction of a land, and then we saw Grimnir, and
We saw the stone court.
do we know of a place like that, like what we just saw?
From the legends you know about the Stone Court, you know that they led the Vanir to Grimnir. And then you know that they all ate cursed apples and were frozen in stone forever. So you do know that that is a physical place in Grimnir where the Stone Court resides, where their divine magic emanates from.
Is that like a known location? Or a mythical, like a legendary location?
Yeah, is it someplace maybe maybe not us, but someplace people can go?
So people do generally know where the tallest peak is. It's called Turnfjall, but nobody ever goes up there. Some people say it's because of superstition. Some people say that just, terrain-wise and weather-wise, it's just too dangerous or too hazardous to go up there. Some say it's guarded by fearsome monsters. But you have not been there, and you don't know anybody who's been up there.
Wasn't that Turnfjall? Wasn't that where some of the clans disappeared? Around that area, the people who tried to kind of move up near there?
Not on that mountain specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the stuff you've read has like kind of a broad definition of like Turnfjall, like
That's
the
true.
mountain, and Turnfjall the region. So
It's true.
So that's referring to the region.
The region of Turnfjall. So the whole region is questionable, much less the peak itself.
Yes.
Very
like
much.
a place
Culls-
I want to go.
Cull's gonna pipe up and he's gonna say, "Could you ask it other questions about locations where that one girl's from?"
Why don't you peek over here and see if it shows you something different. Maybe if you would aim to try it. Give it a shot. It didn't hurt.
Cole's gonna go, okay. In his head, he's kind of a little worried because he's like, the last time something did with hands didn't go well, but he's gonna do it because he's a good sport. And he's gonna put his hand on there.
What
Yeah.
what are we trying to figure out? Where Siobhan's from?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe it has an answer for that too.
We can try.
It's a really good question. It doesn't show you anywhere specific. It shows you the entirety of Grimnir. Just the whole world. You glimpse a few different forests. You see some of the icy regions in the north. It looks like there's maybe some mammoths up there. But it doesn't seem to reveal anything specific.
Okay.
I
Worth a shot.
do. This is gonna sound so weird, but it's some sort of a weird family thing. Trust me. Would you, one of you, either of you, mind if I mind doing this with me and asking if it could show us where, if any, there are any Jotuns on Grimnir? And like I said, I know it's weird. I know they're legends, but just trust me on this. Just satisfy my curiosity.
I'll try that with you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Interesting.
You didn't think I could resist that, did you?
No, that's fair. You see a forest full of iron-colored trees with shiny metallic-looking leaves. And high in these trees, you see a platform where an armored warrior is standing, looking down on this forest. He looks down at the shield that he carries, and the shield smiles back at him with giant human-looking teeth.
So,
And then
Ironwood.
clouds.
Did that knight look like a Jotun, or was it not
He's
necessarily?
completely covered head to toe in the armor.
So couldn't tell.
I
Okay.
don't know how literal. It could be that there's some sort of like remnant energy, or it could be him.
Maybe, but it's it's good to have some direction. All right. Yeah.
Is it only the people with the hands on the table who can see the image, or can everyone see the image?
Everyone can see it.
Do I have any knowledge of this person?
No, that
Okay.
person does not look familiar. Good question.
It doesn't happen to tickle our brains a bit like the Witch King, does it?
Oh gosh. I'm gonna need you to make a history check on that one.
Okay.
I'll help you.
Oh, thank you.
You have
You're the
no
best.
advantage.
You're the best. Thank you.
There's a lot of people here.
How is this possible?
Nat 1, double nat 1.
I think I should get something for that, really. Because how often is that really going to happen?
What's the probability?
1 in 400, I believe.
The fact that you know that off the top of your head is actually really impressive. That is really cool.
No, they're right.
That's not a good thing.
I think it's amazing. I think it's a cool talent. Anyway, sorry.
That's wild.
Yeah, we're gonna flavor this as you try to remember, like maybe your ancestor heard a legend or ran into somebody of this type, and you get a splitting headache.
Oh,
So you just kind of like get like it passes fairly quickly, but you get a little bit nauseous for a minute, and your brain is just kind of like staticky and brain foggy for a moment.
Ugh.
Yeah, someone does not want you to know.
Okay, if anybody else has any questions, this is actually quite interesting to me. I don't know about the rest of you.
No, it's fascinating. Um, I really want to know how specific this can get. Um, Cole, we haven't talked about it, but you grew up in the Looming clan, yes?
Yeah,
We
I
don't
did.
have to talk about it, but do you know who Gunnar is?
Do I know who Gunnar is?
Let me check my notes.
I feel like he's well known enough.
Gotta make sure I'm looking at the right note sheet for this one. Gunnar is Ragnar's father, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, yeah, Nick, you've probably heard of somebody named Gunnar. Kind of an older member of the clan, well off. Um, you think he had a like you're closer to his daughter's age than you are his name, but you don't remember the daughter's name. But somebody well reputed in the clan.
In passing.
Can you can you help me see if this thing can locate him?
Sure. He's gonna put his hand.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. At this exact moment, um, you you see the settlement that you grew up in, and you see uh, what looks to be large swaths of trees that have been completely eliminated and cleared away. And there's a half-constructed lodge manor, couple surrounding buildings that were definitely not there the last time you looked. And you get a tiny glimpse of a small figure that looks to be most likely Gunnar. He seems to be overseeing operations. And then the clouds come back.
How interesting.
That was incredibly specific.
Narthra, is there anything that you'd be interested in hearing or seeing?
The old house. It's been a while since I've been home.
Why don't you come on over here? See if we
I'll
can see it.
walk on over.
I think Ada will step back, kind of lost in thought now.
As we'll call.
Okay. I'll. By this point, the headache should be gone. So I'll slap
Yeah,
a hand on
yeah,
the
you're fine
table.
now.
All right.
Yeah, Northra and Odrune, you both place your hands on the table, and there's a bit of a stronger pinch than there was before. Um, the clouds seem to like fizzle a little bit, and when the clouds part, you see the land in flames. This is still completely silent, it's all encased in the glass. But all of Grimnir, all the land, all the mountains you can see are burning. The mountains seem to be shattering. The Serpent Sea is filled with a massive, writhing snake that seems to wrap around the entire inner continent. There's no green forests, no blue waters, just complete ruin. I need everybody who's looking at the globe to make a con save, please.
That's definitely not home.
Go Ada. Not
Ada's
bad for a
fine.
wizard.
Yeah. Anybody who got 13 or higher is fine. If you got a 12 or lower, you suffer one level of exhaustion. A wave kind of emanates from the globe, and it dims. Um, and the clouds seem to disperse, and you just see a clear glass dome.
So it's inactive after that.
And Northra gain a level of exhaustion, which Northra, I believe that brings you up to 2 levels of
Yeah,
exhaustion.
I'm just face planting on the table. Fuck.
So, wait, it's gone inactive now.
Seems like it.
Did we just use it too
Yeah.
much?
Yeah, did we ask too many questions?
How many did we
Big is
ask?
this globe?
Only about 4 or 5?
I think 5. One, we just tried it, and then we asked like 3 specific questions,
Hmm.
and then that last one.
Anybody who wants to can make an Arcana check.
This ought to be funny.
Does someone want to help me?
Somebody
Sure,
help
I'll
her,
help
please.
you.
Yeah.
I will help you. I'm going to stare at this globe
Thank
very
you.
I
hard.
am awful with Arcana.
I am horrible with it too, so I could help.
Oh, there you go, Ada. That's not half bad.
I'll multi-class into a bard later. I'm very inspirational.
I think you
Bard is
should.
fun.
Your storytelling is definitely bard worthy.
Very true.
Yeah, so it does. It looks like this was not. It didn't fade because of the questions you asked.
Okay.
It does look like it just, ran out of energy.
Hmm.
Like
Maybe
ran the
it
battery out,
resets.
so to speak.
Maybe it resets daily. We're
How
still
big
here.
is the
We can always
globe?
check tomorrow.
It's pretty big. It's like
Ow.
that big.
Shame. I was gonna take it with us.
I don't think even I could carry that one.
Don't say that.
How
Totally
We'll
could.
get some of the other Vikings to do it.
does it seem like Hrolf and the rest of the crew are closer to clearing out the rubble? Is there any way he could check and see if he knew what it is?
So right now there's not a clear path between you and Frolf. You would have to go back down, go back up the hole. Like the path between you and him on the same level is blocked. You do hear that they're still working on clearing rubble. So
What if I blasted the wall on the other side?
it is very thick and very sturdy. It would probably take a while.
And it could be load bearing, so perhaps it might not be a grand idea unless there's an emergency.
I do love the idea of Hap just eldritch blasting a wall constantly, like the squirrel beastborn image of it all.
That
Just going
is
at it
incredible.
like you have a pickaxe.
Oh yeah, yeah. Very efficient.
Eldritch axe.
That is my invocation. Just wait till I get a level.
Eldritch axe.
At the south end of this room, where it curves around, you do see a landing with a staircase that rises to another level.
There wouldn't happen to be any traps around there, would there?
Make a perception check.
I think I get, depending on how long it's been, is my hour still up? Because I think I get +5 on perception too.
You do, and you still are within your hour.
Cool. I got a 10. I might see some traps.
What is with these dice?
They don't like me.
They don't like anyone.
I mean,
They like
they're
Ada.
the same dice, so we'll see how they choose them later.
They look like stairs.
You don't see any holes for spikes to come up.
That's good.
Other than that, you don't glean any new information.
Anybody?
The stairs are down? Are the stairs down?
Stairs lead
up?
up.
Okay, but I mean like there's not a lever. Sorry, that's
They're
what
Right.
accessible.
No, they're accessible.
they're
Mhm.
accessible stairs. Okay.
All right.
Accessible in that somebody ambulatory can use them right now.
Is there a railing on the stairs?
There's a small ledge.
Okay, but no railing that I can climb up instead of going directly on the steps.
I'll say the ledge is enough for you to bypass. Sure.
Okay, I'm going to use that and go up.
Okay. Um. Okay. What do you do at the top of the stairs?
Look around to see if there's a rat to blast, obviously, but also
No
if anything
rats.
or anything
No
to
rats.
blast
You see
me.
the ruins of a library.
Oh, dead trees. Got it. Okay.
I'm
Bunch of
sorry.
books up here.
Did you what? What did you say about dead trees?
The library.
Oh,
There's full of dead
Oh,
trees.
oh, that's much better than dead trees. Yes. Okay.
Kel's just gonna follow, just up the stairs normally, just to make sure, be right behind Hap.
Okay.
um,
Yes, the room of dead trees.
Yeah. Call make an acrobatics check.
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's like my
13.
squirrel
So,
senses.
Thankfully, since Hap is right next to you, getting you up to a 13,
Oh my god.
as you step onto the top stair of the staircase, the entire staircase slants. All the steps go clink, 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 and it slants into a slide formation. But you manage to grab onto Hap's hand and pull yourself and stumble your way off of the staircase.
The slide.
Yeah, off the slide. After a few moments, like once it spirals all the way down, about 5 seconds later, the steps restore themselves.
lovely.
Good gracious.
Okay, which step set that off?
Kel's just gonna yell.
Oh, sorry,
and
it
be
doesn't
like,
go back to stairs. It
Oh.
is now a slippy slidey. So
Uh,
potentially
how?
climbable.
I was gonna say how steep
Like
is
with
it? Climbable? Could we do a
Like with a
rope?
rope?
It
We have a rope in
looks
that treasure
about.
box.
You do have rope.
I think I have rope anyway.
Yeah, so do I.
Everyone has rope.
I think so.
Okay. So
Comes in the
yeah,
pack.
you easily have rope. And which the rope will allow you to bypass the athletics check you were gonna have to make. So, yippee. Let's get you to the upper landing.
Before Ada goes up, she left Story just kind of like hanging out with Siobhan. She's gonna flip into Story's vision and see how Siobhan is doing.
Yeah.
Siobhan's
So
still with me at the moment. Last time I checked.
right. Yeah. So yeah, Northra and Siobhan are kind of looking up at this slide. You do see the rope. And you kind of like look at it for a minute, like, how are we gonna do this? And then Siobhan just kind of sits with her feet downwards on the slide as if she's about to like just slide down the bottom part of it, grabs onto the rope and starts hoisting herself
Nice.
hand
Queen.
over hand and just pulling
I'll
her
help
own
her
way.
out.
Badass.
She's like, hey, catch up, Slowpoke.
Wow, you're one to talk.
She
I
seems
swear,
to be
I'm
doing
becoming
just
best
fine.
friends with this
Love.
one. I swear.
Badass. I love it.
This is why I wanted a different character, because my other one just felt like they didn't have anything to do, and they didn't fit with the party. Now I feel like I can fit in and make friends. So, yeah,
Nobody
making
freak
friends
out. I'm
already.
moving you to a different part of the map. It's gonna be further up and
Okay.
to the left.
Up until the whoop, wrong way. Got it.
There you go.
Thank you for the heads up.
Yep. All right.
Wait, is that a bed? Am I in a bedroom?
Let me make sure I'm looking at the right spot.
Oh, is this the library over here?
Yeah. Sorry, the library is like down to the right. But yeah, you could go that way. This is not linear, as much as it feels like it a little bit. So yeah, which way do you want to go first? Do you want like a library or a bedroom?
Well, I already said dead trees, so I feel committed to the library.
Ada would beeline to the library.
I would
I'm kind of
Love.
going to sit in the middle here.
I
With
would just kind of
my new friend.
peek into the bedroom just to see if there was anything worth looking at, just for fun,
Okay.
for shiggles.
Yeah. Let me get back to you
Yeah.
on that. No rats. Though there are some things that look like they've been gnawed on, over time. Um,
We'll go this way.
Thousands of books cover the very elegantly carved stone bookshelves. They, uh, sorry, the flavor text was poorly written, and it's like, carved, like, thousands of books cover the elegantly carved stone bookshelves, but all of them seem to have been carved from the same stone as the shelves themselves. Like, I don't know what they mean by same stone. Like, the shelves are the same stone as the shelves. It's weirdly
They're
written.
trying
I'm
to
gonna
say
ignore
like
that.
the books look like they're carved.
I don't think so.
Really?
No, the
Okay.
books are books. I think they're trying to say the bookshelves are the same stone as like the walls, like the really smooth, high gloss sort of finished stone. Um,
Oh, like literally carved out of the wall.
That's impressive.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll never
Actually,
rearrange
no,
furniture.
you might be right about the book thing. Why did I not like? This is weird looking text. Give me a second.
Is this the stone court of books?
um.
It very
Oh,
well
yeah,
might be,
so
Hap. It very well, and
like,
this would be such a disappointment to Ada if it was.
This would be a
okay, yeah,
sad
I'm
way
sorry,
for
I've been
trees to
misreading
die.
this. Okay, take two. You do see what at first glance looks like books, the way you are familiar with them, made of paper. But as you get closer, they do seem to be carvings, slabs of stone, with symbols carved into them. You also notice that among the shelves there's stone frescoes, various scenes depicted in these carvings.
Can we read the language carved into the tablets?
I believe you can.
Is it
Uh,
Vanguard?
Can I?
who has Runic
I do.
as one of their languages?
Me!
I don't.
Wait, so many of
Oh, okay. Yeah, so anybody who speaks Runic does recognize that
Oops.
these are the
Sorry.
same runes that that people use in common that they've turned into an alphabet, but these seem to be the more original usage of the the original purpose of these runes was as like symbols with multiple meanings.
Gorgeous.
So yeah, those of you who understand Runic, you just see random histories, stories. A lot of it seems to talk about the Vanir, fights against Jotun. You see things that look like journals of some of the adventures that the Stone Court had back in the Lost Lands. But yeah, just an assortment of things. There's a lot of stuff here.
Do any of the scenes on the frescoes look familiar?
Make a history check.
Oh no.
There you go.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, nothing particularly familiar. Some of them seem a little bit random, like a woman going skiing, like traveling across the Arctic on skis, which are a thing in this time period.
They
have been
better be.
invented. You know, you see what looks to be somebody fighting a dragon. You see people in libraries. You see like people crafting things, but nothing that specifically sparks your memory.
Could I also, I just to make life easier, I followed along. Could I also see Could I do a history check too and see if there's any I recognize?
Yes.
Okay. Just for fun. Ooh, very fun.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you get a couple flashes here.
Okay.
Yeah, not from your living memory, but like things you've seen in dreams before. Um, yeah, I'm just double checking what you would like notice specifically. Um,
There's a lot to sift through.
yeah. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, a lot of this seems to be history from the Lost Lands, and a lot of it specifically seems to include stories about Loknir.
Okay.
You see a wizard in long flowing robes, uh, very handsomely carved features, um, working on various workbenches, like making carvings himself. In several of them, you see a beautiful woman standing just behind him with like her hand on his shoulder. Um, so,
A
but yeah,
woman.
there does seem to be several of these with Loknir.
Would I know who the.
Hi, Notorious. Welcome. I'm so glad that our stream is working so that you can see us. Welcome to the
Yay!
show.
Uh, would I know who the woman behind him was? Is that
Um,
the one he sided with, or was that the. I can't remember her name, the main goddess of the stone circle. Is that Alden?
it does not appear to be Alden. Um, other
Okay.
than that, you're not sure.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Do-do-do-do-do. So yeah, other than, um, whoop, sorry, like
Any of
the
my
text is
people
trying to hide
depicted?
stuff.
Did we get a stone fresco? Any of my
Specifically, are you asking about squirrels or beastborn?
well, the priority, of course, would be squirrels.
Squirrel Beastborn.
That's the
You do see one in the corner. It takes you a while to find it, but there is one where it does seem to have people walking amongst a forest, and there is one squirrel just sitting on a tree branch.
oh well. What
Oh,
about the trees that showed up in the globe? Any of those here?
um, like the ironwood trees.
Mm-hmm. The one we saw in the globe.
Um, that was when you were looking at the map of Grimnir. You don't see anything that looks like ironwood trees specifically, no.
The ironwood trees also were in the Lost Lands, right?
Hmm.
Um, I don't think that's
I don't
something you would
think
know.
so.
do do these tablets look like something that if Ada ripped like a few pieces of paper out of her spell book, she could take like a rubbing of, since she can't read it now, but she knows she wants to figure out how to.
Um, yeah, I would say it might take like you can decide how long you're willing to spend on this, and that will determine like how many pages you're able to kind of collect of what's here.
Um, Spend like 10 to 20 minutes. It feels like everyone's kind of just milling about. Like I don't want to hold us up,
Yeah.
but that is what I would be
Yeah.
doing.
Yep.
And
Well,
I
there's also the kind of bedroom at the top of the stairs. We could always leave somebody hanging out with you just to make
Mm,
sure you're okay, and the rest can go check.
there's that another door at the end of the library.
Is there? I didn't even see that one.
Yep. Yeah. What do you want to check out first?
Cole's gonna go to that door at the end of the library.
And I'm gonna follow Cole.
I will go with the majority of wherever we want to go. Um,
Okay.
Northra, would you be okay staying here, or do you want to go explore? I feel like one of us should stay here with Ada and Siobhan just to make sure.
I'll
And
say. I
I
think
can
I'm
flatten
making a pretty
myself.
good friend here, even though they're pretty slow.
Hey, you were the one being a slowpoke on the slidey stairs.
That's because you went first.
Siobhan is fully Ada's favorite at this point.
Okay, so before we get to the next room, we're gonna take a quick break.
Oh yeah.
We're actually a little bit past the time I wanted, but that's okay. So let's see, it's 38 after. At about 45 after, we'll come back around that time. So about 7 or 8 minutes. So go ahead, stretch your legs, take a drink. We'll be back to explore the rest of the tower at Kekkel. Enjoy your break. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the break, everybody. Also, Notorious Navy, thank you for the follow. Let's get right back to it, shall we? Maybe not that quiet. That works. Okay, so you're going into the door at the end of the library. Let's see. Is the door open? I can't always tell from the DM's view.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and enter the room. It's fine. You're not gonna die.
Fine? Really?
I promise this time. So you find a rather cozy looking study, although absolutely covered in dust. There's a very plump looking armchair, a very well made desk strewn with rat chewed papers. There are a few bookshelves in the room, though they are empty. There's a door on the west wall. Yeah, door on the west wall that looks like it leads to that bedroom that you saw. And there is a window and a balcony, though doesn't seem to really be anything much out there. And the same magical orbs that you've been seeing in the other rooms do glow very brightly. Speaking of which, I do want to go back on the detect magic while you had it up. First off, all the lights on the walls do emit evocation magic. You know, like the whatever that spell is, like the permanent light spell. You do also get a faint hint of transmutation magic coming from Northra.
Okay.
Yep. So do with that information what you will. But yeah, you mostly just see an armchair and a desk in this room. That's all that's immediately apparent.
Can I check what is on those papers that are all chewed up?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'm over there with you to help.
With advantage.
Oh,
Ooh.
finally.
Nat 20.
I get very excited
Yeah.
about
Yeah, on the yeah, you almost miss it. There's it's all very faded, it's very worn, very chewed up. But yeah, there's a couple random papers that have schematics and sketches on them. One of them seems to be a map of the room you're in, that marks where all of the lights are, with kind of a indication of on and off, that these lights can be turned on and off, and an entrance to the room that you don't see. So,
An entrance to the room
Yeah.
we're in?
Yes, an additional like there's a sketch where like it shows what looks like a sketch of a staircase, but you don't see the path to that as you look around the room.
where would it be?
It would be a sec. Hold up. Did they not turn on secret doors on the dynamic lighting on this?
Oh, okay.
So that's
Right
just
there?
right there. Lame.
I'll pretend I can't see it. I'm gonna close that door.
Okay, well,
Oh.
fine.
Like, wow, look at this wall.
Technology
Wall?
keeps betraying you.
Yeah. There. Does that hide anything?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, there
I
we go.
mean-
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Ah.
I mean, technically, your dark areas are kind of transparent, so I do see a stair. But I don't supposed to see a stair, so.
Yeah. Well, that just means you've explored that area and light has been shining on that area before.
Well, don't worry,
Whatever.
we'll find it, so it's not a big deal.
Yep.
We just gotta find it first.
Yeah, is there any like loose bricks where it says on the map that it is? Or
Hey,
something of
can't.
that nature?
Make an investigation check.
I'm still helping you, but if this fails, buddy, this is probably not a load-bearing wall then, and I can blast it. There's supposed to be a door there. I'm just saying.
Sweet.
Yeah, okay, we can totally blast it. It's fine.
You do not find any bricks or anything like immediately around it that looks like you're supposed to trigger it.
Why do you have two of the same rolls? This is like 3 times in a row. Well, not in
That's
a row,
true.
but almost in a row.
This is a statistically odd game.
Okay, well,
No, see, here's the funny thing about patterns, and I'm gonna bring out my math brain for a little bit because I used
Yeah.
to teach math. Patterns like that, like, oh, hey, that's the same number. Number coincidences seem to happen a lot because you're not waiting for one specific coincidence, you're waiting for any coincidence. So, yeah, it's very unlikely that you would roll like two like sevens in a row or whatever, but you're just looking for any pattern. The odds of rolling any two numbers back to back is actually really high. So, it's like the
Interesting.
inevitability of rare things. So,
Nerdy, and I
anyway,
love it.
math hat off, dungeon master hat back on.
Love
Feel
it.
the same, honestly.
Yeah.
Siobhan has kind of plopped
pattern
herself.
feels personal.
Siobhan has plopped herself into the big plushy armchair. Looks extremely comfortable. One sec. She she gets this weird look on her face, like she's like looking around the room and like looking at the schematics that Cull uncovered. And she's like, just turn off all the lights.
Close
Well,
the room. Yeah. It's
all
just,
right.
Did you just touch them to turn them off?
Yeah, when you tap them, they each dim. And as the last light in the room goes off, you hear some stone shifting and the walls part. And let me open the door back up.
Look, my way would have also worked. I'm just saying.
There we go.
I mean, eventually, but we wouldn't have gotten the amazing Siobhan to show off how incredibly smart she is. You're quite the little investigator, aren't you?
Seemed fairly obvious to me, I guess.
Well, I'm glad it was to you because evidently I think of it more with I don't know.
Cole just kind of kicks a pebble and he's like, man.
She does
Not
seem to be making
Coldplay.
herself very at home in the chair. Ada, you notice like a little niche by this secret door. There's a book bound in green leather, but all the pages have been completely torn or chewed out. Looks like it was once a spell book.
Well, that's disappointing. This definitely feels like a mage's tower.
I'd agree with that one. So, do we want to take mysterious stairs, or should we try the last room we haven't checked on this floor yet?
Does it keep going around and we can double back?
No, there's the door of the bedroom right over there.
Yep. Yeah, the door up here. Ping. Yeah, it leads to the bedroom there.
Is
Yeah,
Northra
so
with you?
you get.
I assumed Northra followed Siobhan.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm staying with the kid.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, she ended
Wherever
up
the
in
kid
the
wants
very.
to go.
Yeah, she ended up in the plushy armchair in the study. But she seems curious about the bedroom, so she's kind of like leaning on the staff, making her way over there to follow you all. So in this bedchamber, which that is what becomes immediately apparent with the ginormous bed in the middle of the room, on this very dusty bed with very dusty looking black bedding, there's a box sitting on the bed. And there's like some windows, okay, like not a whole lot in this room other than the bed, but this very finely made box is lying open, and inside the box there's an iron cast of a handsome looking man's face, um, with short hair, chiseled features, and the lips seem like the in this iron cast seem to have been like sewed shut. The way that the iron is shaped, it makes it look like the mouth has been stitched closed.
Does does the cast look anything like the depictions of Loknir that we saw?
Yes.
Interesting.
Like Lokner. Does it look so? Other than the mouth being shut, sewn shut, uh, does it look like a death mask or?
Um, yeah, the eyes are closed. The cast doesn't seem to go much further past the chin. It only captures a little bit of the neck, but it's like a complete, fully sculpted head, like all the way around to the back and sides and front. So it's not like just a mask part. It's like an entire head made of iron.
But it is empty inside. There's not an actual head in there.
It looks like it's a whole thing like sculpted from iron.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure we didn't have an actual head. If not, then anybody opposed to me just kind of packing this up and possibly taking it with us? It might be important.
That's important.
Yeah.
No objections?
All right.
An iron head.
I'm taking the iron head in the nicely made box, if that's all right.
Is the box a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, is the box pretty?
Yes, it's very pretty.
I had a
The
feeling.
Prettiest box.
takes it all.
I come from a town of crafters. Be nice. Crafting is important. It has to be pretty.
Yeah, it's very much up to Orn standards.
Ah, okay.
I need one person to make an investigation check.
Can they do it with help if somebody else helps them?
I'll help.
Okay, I'll do.
Sniffing around here.
I'll do it since I have the +5 probably still for a little bit longer. I'm gonna abuse that as much as you let me.
Yeah. Yep.
As you should.
It's a real good thing that I have that. Oh, it's. You know, I had one good roll. One.
But that's a 12 with your awareness feature, right?
Yes, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, you're about to walk out of this room with that box with an extremely heavy iron cast in it. Like picture an iron skillet, and this is like 5 times that weight.
Sweet. So you're saying I could kill somebody with it?
Yeah, I guess
Put
so.
out a tower on top of someone.
So as you're about to like head towards the secret staircase, a little breeze comes in through the window, and you see a little white feather swoop under the bed.
Under the bed. You can bet. Hey, Hap. Is there any chance you could fit under this bed? I think we need to double check under there real quick.
Can I fit under this bed?
Absolutely.
Then I fit under this bed.
You find loot.
Yay!
Hey!
You find powdered silver, powdered iron, gold dust, jade dust, some very elegant looking green plates, a diamond, and some silver and gold coins.
We'll
Is
look
it
at
in the
that.
box?
We could put it in the pretty
Let me double
box.
check.
I mean, like it's dust,
It's
so
in a
like
crate. It's in a crate. It looks like a supply crate. Ada would be able to recognize this as like a way to store components for spellcraft.
all right, I'll take it.
What do you know, huh?
I mean, I take it out.
Yeah, I probably have a component pouch, so I could use that to store like the dust and stuff, but they're like shared resources.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm gonna assume, unless I'm told otherwise, that quartermaster is like divvying up loot and telling everybody what they get specifically from everything. So I'm just gonna not keep track of like what I'm giving you beyond putting it in the chat.
So remind me who our
Alright.
quartermaster is. I can't remember.
I mean, I'm writing notes right now, and every time I get loot in a chat, I literally copy and paste it. So
Okay.
I
Because we
just
had
have
we had
like
like
a
two of you
running list.
sharing like the note taking and
Yeah,
the quartermastering.
Yeah,
but things have shifted around a bit since then, I think. So
Right.
I've been doing notes, but I can do the quartermaster.
I feel like having multiple notes is better than anything.
Yeah,
But yeah, I've been copying and pasting all the loot. I'll work with it later,
Mm-hmm.
but it is being recorded somewhere other than this chat screen, and I will put in a list that is accessible later to divvy up.
Perfect. But yeah, I swear, once I decided that every table I run needs like a quartermaster, like that just makes things so much smoother. So that one person has like the party's undistributed loot, and then like everybody gets their own portions, and it's all divvied up, and like
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to pause the game to like divvy everything up. I'm a big fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can divvy that up between sessions for sure. Um, Anything else you do in the bedroom?
Well, if that's the
Can
only
I?
place I saw a feather.
Yes.
Do I see this feather? Can I keep the feather?
I would probably have
Um,
scooped it up and put it in
Oh,
my journal. I'm sorry.
I would have stuck it in one of my tail braids with the rest of my trinkets.
Okay, well, if that's what you want to do, I will give you it for that. As long as it's being
Okay.
used for a good purpose.
did we
It's
know that?
okay. Now there's a feather in my tail braids.
Did we know that Hat has a tail full of trinkets? I know we knew about the braids. I love that.
She has like beads and
Little
Um,
stuff.
small things. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
but it's in
it's a
there.
very cutely embellished tail. So like there's little strands like a lot of it is still very poofy and fluffy and like you know that airy kind of look that squirrel tails get. But there are sections of it that like kind of peel outwards and like little braids, there's beads, there's little metal trinkets hanging off of it. It's adorable.
I bet it's
I'm gonna
gorgeous.
assume Hap always has a little bit of a jingle sound walking
That's
around.
precious.
I could if I swing my tail around a lot. Though for a
Love
squirrel,
it.
it's not necessarily a good thing. If I'm swinging my tail around. If I'm jingling, you should probably be aware.
that's a that's a good signal. We'll be watching out for that one.
Yeah, that was a
All
feather
right.
in it.
Now
Where
there's a
are
feather.
y'all headed?
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm feeling the creepy stairs.
Creepy circle
Yeah.
stairs sound nice.
Might as well.
Creepy
We're all
circle.
here. Let's do some creepy stairs. Oops.
Okay. Um so Northra, this is something you notice, and it's probably because like you're exhausted, you're just wanting a break. Like, why did Rolf have to put you to work?
Mhm.
You just kind of glance out the window, and you see, you know, um, the lava black rock that you climbed in on the beach. A little bit dusted with snow now. The snow seems to be coming down more heavily than it was when you first arrived. Um, Far to the south, you see mist covering the waters, and just for a moment, as a stiff wind blows, you see you see the 2 remaining ships from your party, but further away you see 2 other ships with black sails that look like a familiar pattern.
Well, as everybody's returning, then I'm just gonna go, hey, anyone notice something different outside? I think we got some visitors.
What kind of visitors?
There's a black flag, and they're coming towards us.
Would we all know what that means?
Make a history check. And anybody who wants to can make this one. This doesn't have to be just like a one person thing.
Well, it seems like we need a. Oh, never mind.
I have to wait for
My
my sheet to
history
open.
check is now gonna be Cole's history check, so I guess I can join in. Yeah, it's definitely Cole's history check.
Yeah, Northray, you know this even without the check, though. It's a very good check.
Hey!
And Cull is the only other one who recalls anything. You heard stories from back when Grimnir was founded of some of the clans that have, some clans have lasted since the beginning of Grimnir, like the Hullharn clan, the Luton clan. Some of them have fallen into obscurity or were overrun or absorbed by other clans. And you remember one story about a clan that was known for their mounted cavalry. They were called the War Clan, WHAR. Northroad, what you notice is on these black sails, there's the head of a beast painted in white that you have not seen before. Creature with a pointed snout and pointed ears.
So, should one of us get down to warn the others then? While the rest continue searching?
How high up
No.
are we right now?
You're like one level above ground level. It does look like the hidden staircase might be your quickest way to get to Hrolf and the others.
So the hidden
Unless
staircase
we're
goes down?
less than 30 feet and I could just jump out a
Yes,
window.
sorry.
I could just jump out a window. It's fine.
It's smooth stone. Can you really climb down smooth stone?
Do I need to climb? How high are we? Do I need to climb?
You're 50 feet up.
Alright, who's got a 20-foot rope? I'm
Or
sure.
we could go down the stairs.
We're taking the stairs.
Let's take the stairs. Let's go down the stairs and hopefully
Let's
we
listen
can.
to Cole. Cole has great ideas.
So
Also, today don't need the stairs. I can just jump.
Cole, as you go to where this hidden staircase is, it was dark because you turned off all the lights. But with your dark vision, you notice that you don't see stairs. You see an empty chasm. You also kind of hear fighting, grunts, thuds, swish of blades below you from where Hrolf and the others are. Like coming from straight down below you in here. I need Cull to make an investigation check, and anybody can help you with this.
Please.
I mean, I am helping regardless.
Go for it.
Okay. 17.
Wow.
Look at you. You
Yeah.
got your mojo back.
Maybe.
All it took was
so-
me
Yeah.
rolling a 19.
This was almost not enough, but because you got that nat 20 earlier from investigating those schematics, you know that there are stairs here. You just can't see them.
Okay.
Even with your dark vision, you can't see them.
Did we see them before?
No.
You did not. It was dark, and you were kind of like still in the room. So, yeah.
Do you want to
Cole's
see
gonna,
if the weasel can go down the stairs that aren't there?
Yeah, see if there is a
Cole's gonna-
platform there.
Could we
Drop a
could you
rock
take
or
like a
something.
tentative step to see if there's a stair even if he can't see it?
You do feel solid ground beneath you.
Definitely a wizard's
Okay,
tower.
okay.
For sure.
He's just gonna
Make
start
sure you don't
walking
go
with
the
like a
wrong
hand on
way
the
and
wall.
fall.
Okay.
step the wrong way.
Yeah, you kind of take it slowly because you cannot see anything, but you do spiral your way downwards, and the rest of you kind of looking down can see nothing above Cull, nothing below Cull, but like he's definitely moving downwards, and his feet are landing flat, and you hear the sounds
Time
of
to follow.
stone.
Calls just kind of go magic stairs.
Yep, I'm right there.
I'm actually going to pick up the kid because they already can't walk very well, and now invisible stairs. I'll just pick him up.
She
Whoa.
okay with that?
Ask first, please.
I'm not one for asking.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It's all right. She could.
I think I'd rather get myself down on my own if you're gonna be all pushy about it.
Do
It's
you-
a little bit of invisible stairs. I'm worried about your safety. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll worry about
Maybe
my
they're
own dang
safer
safety.
up. Maybe they're safer up here.
She
actually.
she actually might be a bit safer up here if there's fighting downstairs.
Yeah.
She's already hobbling her way towards the stairs.
Never mind.
And is using Ada's stick to kind of tap the next step as before each step as she goes down.
Very
I'm
well.
just going to walk
Come
by.
on, you
gonna-
cowards.
Hop is gonna run back up to her, hand her the dagger that she has, and then run back down the call.
Oh,
I'm going to reach to the crystal that's on my staff, both for my benefit as well, and cast light on it
Awesome.
and stick
Beautiful.
close to Siobhan so I can
does
see.
does light illuminate anything, or does it just make it more unnerving with the fact that we're stepping on what looks like nothing?
Probably more unnerving.
Yeah, it's definitely unnerving for sure.
Sorry.
Just trying to reassure myself.
Right about here is where you all come out. So go ahead and place yourselves in this
Okay.
area. You can see where I'm pinging, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the getting ourselves there part.
Oh yeah. Here,
I
let
was
me
like-
try.
There
I'm
we
not
go.
sure. Ah, there we are.
Is that working?
Oh.
I got it.
Well,
See, I can move you
thank
through
you.
walls.
I was like, how do I get it?
Your magic.
Okay.
Now
So
this.
the noises that you heard before definitely get louder as you step off the bottom of the staircase onto the landing. You see a big room that is miraculously freed of rubble by Hrolf and the other raiders. Hrolf,
What the
however, he seems to be fending off attacks from a couple of monstrous creatures. I need you all to roll initiative while I finish switching music and describing things.
gosh.
And for the record, Odrin would just charge right in at that point.
Beautiful.
See, bad people, Odrin's in the front.
Oh,
Even though she has crappy initiative, evidently.
We've not taken any kind of rest since the rats, right?
You have not.
Okay, lovely.
Cool. 2 points of exhaustion. Let's go.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun.
There, token there. Initiative. Bump is over here. Initiative. So, what you see are a couple of creatures well over 6 feet tall,
Oh,
monstrous looking. Oh wait, I need to pull out my sound effects for this.
Sorry, I thought I.
Uh,
Sorry, I thought we were going the other direction. Can I move my person real quick since I said she was going to charge at them? I charged
oh, yeah,
away from
yeah,
them.
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm definitely going away from them though. I'm good over
Here we go. We're gonna go here. I'll be there.
Stay behind, like I usually am.
Thank you. Sorry, I bad sense of direction.
Turn that music down just a smidge.
I'm gonna make sure the kids behind me, so they're safe.
Perfect.
I'm an archer,
Yeah,
so I'm already
so-
far enough away. So
Yeah, she ends up staying in the stairwell here. What you see are two, several statue-esque looking monstrosities. One is holding two slender blades. The other is looks like they're trying to skewer Hrolf with a lance-like arm, using their other arm to block the hacks and slashes coming from Hrolf's axe. Hrolf does seem to be wounded. One of his legs is bleeding profusely. There are two, so there's two right by Hrolf, and then there's two other similar-looking creatures that appear to be dead on the floor, along with the rest of the raiders that were inside with Hrolf. So you do see the tall folk raider, and the elf with all the earrings. At the very least, those two are with him. The other two look like they were from the other ship.
Wait, did you say
don't see
they're dead?
Aaron.
Aaron lives.
Maybe.
We hope.
Hrolf's face is like covered in blood. His swings are very wild and erratic. Now, the thing that really worries you is around this room there are pedestals just lining the edge of the room with more of these monstrosities that are not moving at this moment. But you would have to get a closer look to see what is going on with those on the pedestals. So let me actually mark. Yeah, the other two of these are actually dead. So there's just two that you're fighting.
Oh, good.
That one's dead. And that one's dead. Okay. Let me get the initiative order. Okay. Yes, why do I have the sentries on there twice? Oh, it's because I rolled twice. That's right. Okay. So, with our initiative order, we have Hap, then Ada, then the creature, two creatures, then Northra, Odrun, Kull, and Hrolf. So, Hap, you are first. There are two of these monsters, one on each side of Hrolf.
Okay. Weird question. Is there anything climbable to get me up high and kind of out of the way? Stupid stone towers.
Yeah, it's mostly stone. There are other pedestals around here with more of these creatures frozen on them. There are 4 empty pedestals, I will say that. But yeah, other than the pedestals, yeah, every like stone shape that you see in this room is a pedestal where one of these things is either standing or was standing.
All right. And how tall are the pedestals, out of curiosity?
They're about 2 feet off the ground.
All right, so not very helpful. Okay, I'm gonna back up a little bit into the stairway. Kind of like actually like right around here, just to kind of be able to duck out of the way. And then I'm gonna fire an Eldritch Blast at the furthest one. And just straight up try to help out Hrolf here. No! Why, dice? Why do you betray me?
7 does not hit, unfortunately. So your Eldritch Blast goes off, but flies over its shoulder into the wall.
Okay. I'm just gonna call out to Hrolf and be like, I'm trying to get over here, man! Come on! Get out of
What do you
there.
think I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get the frost
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
Ada, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to, stay where I am for now, and then cast Magic Missile on the same one that Hap just targeted.
Okay.
So that's 11 force damage.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that actually completely takes it out.
Nice.
Am I able to just come around this way a bit and see if I can see any, like, writing or anything that would indicate why some of these are awakening?
Yeah, so the only thing that's immediately apparent without doing a check is you do see that a couple of these pedestals have gems just kind of sitting on the pedestal, not like inlaid in anything, not like built into anything. They're just sitting there. Other than that, yeah, you would need to do a check, like take the time to do a check to get more information than that.
Do the empty pedestals have gems? It's okay, you can say I'm pushing it. And I need to make this
yeah,
another
I'm
turn.
gonna say, like, if you want more information, you're gonna have to take the time. Yeah.
Okay. That's my turn then.
Yep. But yeah, that Wicker, it or the creature, it does like sound very much like Wicker, and I'm bringing out my prop here because I have like enough reason to make Wicker type sound effects. But yeah, like the impact of these magic missiles just kind of pushes its way through and burns through it. And yeah, Odrun, you do notice a resemblance to things you have encountered in the past.
Things as in myself, or things like the rats?
Yes.
All right.
It is the remaining creature's turn. It is going to swing its club-like arm against Odrun. You are not raging yet.
Mm-mm.
Okay, that is a 9 to attack.
That definitely misses.
Yep. Oh well, too bad it tried. Northred, is your turn. There is one of these creatures remaining.
Yeah, I'm shooting it with my bow.
Okay.
So, does a 13 hit?
13 misses. Yeah, your arrow fires, and it seems to like go through almost like a gap in where you would expect the limbs to be, like where you would expect musculature to be.
I'm glaring at it. How dare you avoid how good of a shot that was?
Odrun, you're next.
All right. Well, it looks about time to burn another rage. So, Odrun is actually, well, there's only one of them left. Let's not do it yet, just in case. All right, I'm just gonna hit him. All right.
Okay.
See how he does with the battle axe. We got a 12.
12 misses, unfortunately.
Damn. Should have raged.
Yeah, your axe swings around and it just kind of like squishes into it a little bit.
And then, can I, as a semi-bonus action, ask Hrolf what started all this? What'd you do?
He will answer. Well, I guess he can answer now. Yeah, as Cull is about to like take action, he's like, "Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think somebody tried to steal something and touch something they weren't supposed to. So try not to touch too much."
All right, nobody touch anything.
Okay.
Cull, it is your turn.
I'm gonna take a swing with scimitar, a 19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
That's 8 slashing, plus 2.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, with your lurker. So yeah, that what does what do you think it looks like when you're feeling a bit more vicious?
There's some there's a difference between Call the I don't know if I'd say the word tactician and Call the Grim. He instead of like his like precise swings, it's kind of ravenous in the way that he takes his scimitar and like swings it backward with both of his hands and just digs into this creature and just doesn't stop.
Nice.
And then just kind of goes and kind of like growls a little bit.
Beautiful. All right, that finishes it off. Um, yeah, you. Rolf takes a moment to kind of catch his breath. Oh boy, that was
Just breathe. Just breathe. It's all right. We,
and the arms, and one of them had 6 legs, and
what? 6 legs? Like, I'm gonna go look at the one that had 6 legs. Where the heck is that?
yeah.
Cole's just gonna go, do you need medical attention?
um, uh, yeah, he is bleeding profusely, and you do see that there's a pretty bad slice right through part of his ankle. Um, looks like some of it was almost like gouged out. Um, so yeah, he's just kind of like resting against the pedestal and just hissing and trying to like grit his teeth.
Does anyone have
Can
any
I
spells
search the
for
bodies?
I have a healer's
Uh,
kit, and I'm proficient in medicine.
think
Will that
that's
do
what
anything?
think that's what we got now.
Yeah, I don't have spells.
Roll a medicine check.
Okay. Oh, disadvantage. It's not bad.
15. Okay. Yeah, you managed to get the wound cleaned out and bandaged. It doesn't look like he can put any or put very much weight on it. He's moving very slowly. He's like, "All right, that should get me back to the ship. You at least stop the bleeding, I think."
Yeah, I've already loaned out my staff, so that's about all I can do.
No, I'll be fine.
He can lean on me if he
Yeah.
needs to.
Yeah. Did ya really wish they feel like it was a foolish move on one of their parts. I tried to get the rest of them to safety, but they just all around the room.
Oh,
Did you find anything in the tower?
We
so much.
we found something. We were kind of hoping you might know a bit more about it. It's
and the girl?
uh yes, hello. This is Siobhan. Siobhan,
Oh,
we think came you remember like kind of around that storm, just before the storm, there was kind of that weird green light and all that stuff. Um
yeah, that was
it,
really weird.
yes, we have a sneaky suspicion now that that's actually, you know how sometimes people from other worlds end up here. I'm babbling. But somehow people from other worlds end up here, and we think that that storm was related to that because Siobhan got landed down in the basement last night, and then we found her, and she's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost my wheelchair. Seems very ticked off about that and a little bit
Indeed.
worn out at this
She
point.
does not
Yeah.
have her wheelchair anymore. Um, So if we have anything that might be of aid to her, we could, that'd be great on the ship. If not, we can get her someplace. But anyway, uh, oh,
Oh,
the table. Oh,
no, not the table.
not the table.
The other ships. Yes,
Oh,
the
the other
table, but
ships.
also the other ships. We forgot about that. That might be more urgent.
That's true. We'll talk about the
Yeah,
table
I see the
later.
ships coming this way.
Yeah, that sounds pretty urgent.
Uh,
Nice to meet you, Siobhan. I'm Hrolf, raider of 1,000 raids.
I thought it was 100.
The potato tomato. Hap, I need you to
Wasn't
make
even the same
a
word.
perception check.
Me? Oh
Yes.
no. Oh no. So it's a 10 because I have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. 10 is high enough. You
Yeah.
hear a little bit of a rustling noise from a shadowy corner in between two of the pedestals. Um,
Oh no. Is it a rat? Time for my Eldritch Blast.
you hear just kind of a sort of noise.
Okay. Is there. Okay. This is gonna sound like a weird question. Is there a rock around, or is there a piece of one of these creatures around that I can throw at that shadow?
Um, the the fallen creatures that were on the pedestals, they are pretty fallen apart. So some pieces of them look a bit like branches. So I mean, you could potentially throw a branch.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw a branch
Okay.
into that corner.
All right.
Because I think it's a
You
rat.
throw you throw a branch into that corner, and something goes scuttling out of there, but it looks bigger than a rat. It looks cat shaped.
Okay, this
And
is
it darts very, very quickly around the room, um, and almost leaps into Siobhan's arms.
okay. My first thought is Siobhan's actually the wizard of this tower. We've all been duped. It's one giant trap. We gotta run out of here. Anyway, I'm gonna keep following that as I'm like, call, call. What is that? How does Siobhan look? Is Siobhan surprised by this? Is it attacking? I didn't give her a dagger.
She looks very surprised, and you get a better look at this creature. It does look like something woven together from scraps of fabric, wicker, fluff, just all sorts of things. And Siobhan starts petting it, and its ears kind of like flatten back, and its eyes go narrow. And she's like, "Well, ain't you just the cutest little thing?"
Well, look
It's
at
actually
you
pretty
got a
big.
pet.
It is bigger than a house cat. Um, it's pretty sizable. Um,
More like a Maine
it's
Coon.
I love this.
yeah, like think of like the biggest, fattest, fluffiest cat you've seen. It's about that size. Only like instead of like fur sticking out, it's almost like wicker was like woven into the shape of fluffy fur.
Hmm,
Um, yeah,
that's cool.
like if you were to sculpt it. Um, uh, it starts like nudging under her hand, and seems to be wanting to like lead her out. And she's like, "Well, I'd love to join you and play with you, friend, but I'm a little bit stuck here." And the cat starts sniffing around at her legs, nudges her feet a little bit, and then the cat starts to twist and shift, and the head almost folds in on it a little bit,
Is this
and it
grotesque looking? Oh my lord.
so it kind of rises up, so that you still see four legs, but it's almost like reshaped itself into something resembling a chair, but with like bent, spider-like legs. And it lowers the chair part down right next to Siobhan.
Well, it looks like it wants
Well,
you
it
to
looks
have a
like you got a
seat.
chair. You got a
I'll give
walking
it a
chair.
shot.
Have fun with that.
I'm
Yeah, she
like
like
cat, so a whole weird thing.
yeah, she was kind of like sitting on the ground, but now she kind of like shifts herself onto where the chair is lowered itself. And then it just like rises up with her sitting on it. And she's like, huh, Not too bad.
Look at
All
you.
this
You got
work of a
yourself.
cat.
You got yourself a cat and a throne.
Next, you need to
Yeah,
learn how
2
to
in
shoot a
1.
bow, and you'd be useful.
She's
I
perfectly
could just say the
useful.
same thing about you.
Oh, at least I can shoot a bow.
Siobhan must be protected at all costs.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah, I'm not
hungry.
gonna.
Anyone ready to get out of here?
Let's.
Oh, I want to
Yes.
investigate, but our friends and their bodies.
Uh,
I want to investigate to see if any of them had stolen those gems, and that's why they got attacked.
we can definitely check that, but if we're not careful, we're gonna have more bodies instead of friends.
True.
Oh right, those warships. Should just let them jump out of that window.
You in the window.
Then we'd
John.
have another body on our hands.
Indeed.
Why do you doubt me? That hurts.
Because
It's
it's
too
farther than you can fall safely.
Not so much.
20 feet. That's a bit.
Yeah. What does damage start happening again?
I believe it's 30 feet. It's insane.
Anyway,
I
Yeah,
actually do
so
have a thing for that. I might be able to send that to you later. I know I have a diagram of that.
whoever wants to can make an investigation check.
I'll help someone.
Okay.
I am too tired for a good investigation.
Thought it was worth a shot.
Yep, all good.
I can make a
Yeah.
second one since.
Roll it with advantage.
Okay.
Since you're getting help for sure.
oh, that's better.
Okay.
Ooh, much better.
16.
Yeah, 16. So you get a look around at the bodies of the raiders and the sentries here. So you do see that one of the raiders has one of those gems on their person. Looks like they did take it off of the off of the pedestal, so that definitely looks like easy cause of what happened. With a 16, you also make a history check or a nature check.
Oh no. Oh. Oh no.
You're not sure what these things are. You haven't seen anything like them.
Okay.
Would I?
Make this can be investigation or nature, or for you, medicine.
Let's see. Well, they're all zeros, unless I happen to be still within that hour. Am I still within the hour, or are we outside of that now?
This will probably be the last check you can do with that.
Nice! Alright. We'll go investigation, try it one more time. Oh, look at that. I got a whole 11.
Good thing you had that bonus.
A whole ass 11. God damn, I
uh,
can't win for losing tonight.
So you don't notice as much from looking at the bodies as you do from thinking about how they behaved. The ones that are still standing on their pedestals, they are not moving. These are not alive. These are not sentient beings. These are constructs in the most traditional sense. Though some of the anatomy does look similar.
Mm-hmm.
An ancestor of a distant cousin to what you are.
Maybe draft one. Okay.
Well, let's see. We solved the mystery of how those things got out of hand. We have mobility for those who need it. And we have everybody here. Anywhere else we need to look in this tower, or can we get the frost out of here?
I vote. Yeah, I think the ships are a bit more urgent.
Yeah.
We can
Wait,
talk
which
about.
ships? It might have been friendly ships, right?
Well, they
They're
have
black sails.
black sails with an animal with a pointy nose and pointy ears. The
The
Var,
the
I
war
think.
the war clan.
The War
Ward.
Clan. Yeah, it's WHAR, so like war.
War.
Yeah, I know. It's like it sounds like is it war? It's like no war. Like
War.
war.
Somewhere between war and
Um,
rar.
Yeah. Um,
Var.
War Clan. Well, they were known for horses, not anything else. Uh, why don't we get a move on outside and then regroup? I mean, they could be friendly, but haven't heard of anybody from the War Clan in I'd say a few generations. And I'm a half elf, so that's a bit longer than it is for some of you folks.
Happy news in other news. Northra saved our flag, or a flag, the Volve flag.
Oh yeah, I'll pull that out from where I had like taken it.
Yeah, apparently I had a death grip on it after I went under the water. I guess it was just the closest thing I grabbed as I went under.
Oh, fantastic, Northra. Well, thank you very much. That will definitely help us a lot, because, boy, that was gonna be, you have no idea, it was gonna be really rough if we weren't traveling under a banner.
Should probably get that
Yeah.
outside and put it up as soon as possible.
Yes, yes, yes. Odrun, if you wouldn't mind letting me lean on you a little bit, I'm, I'm absolutely fine, but,
Of course.
I'm a little bit slow today.
That's all right. That's all right. We've got a few people we need to take our time for.
Well,
Um,
I'm
Well,
fast. I can get to that ship.
Siobhan looks over at Northra, is like, yes, Slowpoke, come on. And she, on the back of the wicker cat, scuttles out the door.
I'm gonna run
and goes,
faster. Come on, Slowpoke.
run past her at half speed.
Yeah.
and is like, Siobhan, can I have my staff, please, before you race them?
Oh, yeah. Just hands it over. Like, doesn't throw it. She looks tempted to throw it, but is like, this looks nice.
Ada slumps against it a little bit. She's been putting on a brave face.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is that?
Okay. So you all make your way outside. It at ground level,
What is
it
Odrun
from
looking at?
what?
What?
Was there
What?
what's up?
What? What are these? What are these that we just run into?
They're allies,
Oh,
right?
Or are they some of our
sorry,
allies?
Yeah. Okay.
That was
are
that
they-
was your allies on the way in. I just didn't read them.
Oh, okay.
They're not
Okay,
there.
I was like, what?
Is it another saber-toothed tiger?
No, it's not a saber-toothed tiger. I've learned my lesson.
We hope.
Defeated single-handedly.
Defeated single-handedly.
Basically, yes.
When it was at full health.
Yeah, full health, yes.
Saber tooth around.
So yeah, as you make your way out, you do see a few raiders a ways down the beach, acting as lookout close to where the two ships are moored. And very faintly, they're still quite a ways off. You do see the warships further out. And Frolf, as he's kind of hobbling, leaning on Odrun, he's like, you know, we should probably get this fine young lady, and he points at Siobhan, get her to the Volve. I'm sure they'll be able to maybe tell us a bit more about where she came from and what she's doing here.
I think she can tell us where she came from.
So far away.
Because
That's
that's where the water is, Rolf.
Oh. Yes, well.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
Boat on land?
Only.
Huh?
Yep. So it it looks like you're going to get to the outlook at about the same time as the ships. Um, but with Hrolf slowing you down and with like the size of the group, it's kind of hard to go any faster than that. You do see. Hold on, I need to change the music. This is like not right for this. Let's get something that's properly Viking, shall we?
Proper Viking.
Right. Ooh. There we go. Whoop, too quiet. Right about there, maybe. Yeah, we'll see if that lasts. Always gotta practice getting the balance right, especially with like newer tracks that I've downloaded. Like, oh, does this have like weird like shifts in the volume? Yep. So you get closer to where the longships are moored, and you see the black sails getting closer as you make your way closer to the outcropping, um, and very soon you see uh, it all happens very, very abruptly. It looks like they're approaching, not doing too much. There's no like arrows flying or anything like that. Um, and then all of a sudden, a whole volley of arrows goes towards the ships. Um, and you see flames arcing through the sky. And as they land on the ships, they let out kind of a blast. And these arrows go right through the sails, right onto the deck. Parts of the hull seem to have caught fire as well. And both of the ships are immediately just covered in flames. You can almost see like oil splashing as it covers it. So the enemy ship that's about 100 feet offshore, you do see the archers are continuing to fire arrows, though these ones don't have flames on them. Some of your allies are on the beach, and I'm actually going to move you over to a new map for this. And we're going to do some repositioning, so it's going to take us a minute here. My first step is going to be to clear the previous initiative. There we go. So, let's see. You all are with Hrolf. He's kind of here with Odrune. These folks are your allies, and they're right about here. So only a handful of the war raiders seem to have come up onto the beach. That's these ones down here at the bottom. There's only 4 of them. 5 of your allies are here on the beach. What seems to be more worrying are the archers on the ship. So the ship is right about here, down in the bottom right. Let me do a little focus ping so that it brings you over there. They're way down here in this corner. So a number of the crew members are rowing. Several of them are firing arrows in the direction of your allies. Several of them have, or I'll say just 1 or 2 of them have already fallen.
Jeez.
So they haven't completely wiped anybody out, but they are continuing their attack on you and your allies. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Natural 20.
Nice.
So is the ship on the screen, is that the enemy ship?
That is the enemy ship, yes.
Okay, and where's our ship? Is it
on fire, kind of off to the right.
This is not what I need to roll well. Jeez.
I know.
You got a natural 22.
This is not the moment. Does exhaustion affect initiative? Is that technically an ability check?
I think you said it wouldn't when I checked.
Okay.
But I'm
Yeah, initiative.
let's say it doesn't affect it for now. I can double check that another time. But
Okay. Yeah, initiative is weird because it's kind of a
ooh, the beach
not
raiders
like a
got nat
skill
one.
check. Good,
Nice. Good.
as they should.
There is unfortunately a leader in there. There we go. Get everybody in order.
Now here's the important question. Is Aaron on the beach?
Yeah.
Aaron is on the beach.
Yes.
We're gonna say, he is this one on the left. So the furthest to your left
Okay.
is Aaron.
Protect him.
We gotta put a little dot on him or something. A nice little
Here,
pink.
I'll.
Uh,
Yeah. Sure, we'll put a pink dot on Aaron.
That's easy.
Zeus is next to him if anybody cares about the
Yes.
tall folk. That was like.
I thought you said the tall folk
Wait, I thought you said the
died
tall
at
folk
the
died.
building.
Oh, did nope.
Must
You're
be the
right, you're
Dragonborn then.
I paid attention to the fact that the
You
tall folk
did.
had
I
the carrying
appreciate
elf.
that.
Protect the Dragonborn.
No, yeah, the Dragonborn's there. Scopy, the green Dragonborn with the yellow war paint.
We had a human as well
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
Let's see. Yeah, there's Hurtis. I don't know if I ever said his name, but Hurtis has a dark beard with a lot of braids and metal clasps in it.
Mm-hmm.
Is Crystal here?
Um,
Crystal's on fire.
for my convenience,
No.
Crystal is not here. Crystal's investigating other stuff because she found clues to stuff that goes on with her subplot and removes her from the story. So,
Damn. It would have been nice to have a
but she
healer here.
found,
I know, right?
yeah. So, let's see. Here's the dilemma: is it's almost 11, and if we start, I'm gonna want to go through a whole
Yeah.
round, which could take us a while, especially with all these enemies here. I could also use a little extra time to prepare the combat, so we'll do a nice snappy combat at the beginning of next session and see what happens as the ships burn up, and see if
I want to
Aaron
burn their
survives.
ships.
I do too.
Someone has fire, so I can let my arrows on fire and burn that ship down.
Alright.
I don't think any of us do.
Damn it! I need fire.
Alright. We'll end there tonight. But thank you all for playing. So yeah, we'll be continuing this adventure next week at 8 o'clock Eastern. We are airing here every week. Notorious Navy, thank you for commenting. We'll be excited to have you next week. Please come back. We will also be moving all of the VODs for these to YouTube, so those will be on my YouTube channel, KJ_Potiff. Is there anything that anybody wanted to promote or plug this week?
How cute I am.
Super adorable.
Always.
Super stinking cute.
Always
I got
adorable.
ears on.
Oh yeah, you have your ears on. Nice.
Yes.
Got my little ears on.
Love the ears. All right. We will see what happens with all of your favorite NPCs who may or may not die. We'll see what
Okay,
happens to
somebody-
these red shirts. I mean, beloved folks.
Excuse you. Did you just say red shirts?
Somebody pray to some dice god for next time.
I know, right? We all need to sage our computers or something.
Nah, I'm
Prayer
gonna
to the
worship
Stone
the
Court,
devil.
prayer to the dice gods, absolutely. All right. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your week and smooth sailing, everybody. Bye.
Bye.